Hey everyone, I wanted to start this series where I kind of demo my pedals, the ones that I've accrued over the years. I have some really cool ones that I really want to demonstrate and show everyone. So I've decided that I kind of want to start that now. So the first pedal that I'm going to be showing you is actually the Left Hand Wrath Deluxe by Lone Wolf Audio. This is actually a special edition. It's called the Hammered edition, I believe. And as you can see, there's a lot going on here. There's a lot of knobs. I'm not going to go over every single knob because there's just so much going on there. And some of these things I don't even completely understand. I understand everything about it. It's just the nuances. I'm not privy to the nuances. But at any rate, this is the pedal that we're going to talk about. It's really cool, really great for metal, of course. And I'm going to be putting it in my setup. I'm going to show you my pedal board. I'm going to show you my signal chain, what's going on there, and how I use it. So first things first, I want to just talk about all the stuff that is on this pedal. And I'm going to go through every single knob. I know I said that I wasn't going to, but I've decided that I will. This is the Left Hand Wrath Deluxe by Lone Wolf Audio. It's a boutique distortion pedal. It packs a lot of punch. It's based off of the Boss HM2, which, if you know anything about the Boss HM2, very legendary pedal, sought after pedal that's been discontinued for a really long time, and is kind of known as the death metal sound, popularized by the band Entombed. And as you can see, if you listen to Entombed, you would know that they have an album called The Left Hand Path. So this is kind of a play on that, Left Hand Wrath. So this is their deluxe version of it. I'm not entirely sure what features are on the regular version, but this is the deluxe version. So as you can see, the first knob is gain. It's pretty self-explanatory. If you want more like distortion, you want more sound, you just turn that up. That's what gain is. If you are a guitarist or if you are involved in music to really any extent, you'll probably know what gain is. I don't really have to explain that. The part of what I really love about this pedal is the fact that it has this 3-band EQ. So if you're low, you're mid, and you're high. And you can tweak it as much as you want. So it's really cool because so many distortion pedals, they don't have this 3-band EQ. They don't have any EQing. They might have a tone knob, but some of them are just like, they just have a very specific like frequencies that they boost, and you can't really change any of that, and you can't really get anything different from it. So that's why I really like this, because it has a 3-band EQ. Just for an example, a pedal that I will be talking about in a later episode, the Palisades, which is a distortion pedal as well. It has no EQ. All it has is this tone knob, but it's kind of remedied with the voice and the bandwidth knobs, which I'll talk about in the episode for the Palisades. But anyways, next is the Presence. And you know, there's a lot of confusion about what Presence actually does to your tone. I'm not entirely sure what Presence does at all. I just have it set to here because I like the way it sounds, and it gives a little bit of a kick. Volume knob is just obviously volume. It's different than gain. So these are the settings that I believe are only in the deluxe edition. So this blend knob and this sub knob and this frequency knob. I'm not entirely sure if it is specific to the deluxe or if they're on the regular version, but the sub knob does something that's really interesting, and I'll demonstrate it to you. But when you have your mids all the way up, you activate a part of the pedal called chainsaw mode. As you can see, there's chainsaws all over here, and it's kind of like in reference to the way that it sounds. Kind of sounds like a chainsaw. It's kind of like how fuzz, like some people use the word Velcro to kind of describe the sound of fuzz, some fuzz pedals and some sounds that you can get from fuzz. Chainsaw is another one of those words. And what this does is it controls a frequency. It's kind of like a filter because when you put on the mids all the way up, you're gonna get this like kind of piercing frequency that's coming through a little bit, and you can kind of play around with that and get a it kind of oscillates. But this knob doesn't really do anything unless your mids are all the way up, so when you're in chainsaw mode. The next knob is called blend, which is exactly what it sounds like. It blends your dry signal in with your distorted signal. So if my amp is, you know, super distorted, if I get really nice distortion from my amp and I want to blend it in with my distortion from my pedal, I can play with this knob. This is no blending going on. This is all just the pedal. And if I have it all the way to left, it's all of the amp. And then you just blend in as much as you want in between. I hear it's good for bass especially. I don't really use it that much because my amp is just a PV Classic 50. It doesn't have a whole lot of gain in it as it is. It's not like I'm going through a PV 6505 or 5150 or anything like that. So it doesn't have a whole lot of gain going on there. Next is a frequency knob, and this just boosts certain frequencies. If you have it all the way down, I think it boosts only lower frequencies, and when you have it all the way up, it boosts the higher frequencies. All of this is just shaping your tone, just shaping the sound you want. It's got 2 switches. I guess this one is just a regular clipping diode that's in here. And then here, there's a separate one that gives you a more modern sound, I think. That's the Left Hand Wrath kind of explained. That's what it looks like. It's got 1 input, 1 output, and yeah. So the next thing that I want to talk about is where it is on my pedal board. I have it here. So here is my effects loop. So my effects loop involves my rainbow machine into the avalanche run, into an afterneath, and that just goes back into my amp, into the effects loop. And then through the front of the amp, I just have the Left Hand Wrath going into the endless blockade, which is a noise gate, which goes into the tuner, and then out from the tuner into the front of my amp. The amp I'm using is a PV Classic 50, and I'm using the lead channel. You can't really see it, but it says lead there. And yeah, into the normal input, and I have everything kind of maxed out over here so I can get the most gain I can get. Reverb is set to 0 because I get all the reverb from the afterneath. And that's my setup. I power everything with this Voodoo Lab Pedal Power 2 Plus. Great power supply if you're looking into building a pedal board. This pedal board specifically is made of all of wood. It was made by my friend Tanner. Hey everyone, this is me from the future. I forgot to mention what guitar I'm using and what pick I'm using. I'm using a Kiesel Aries multi-scale, Kiesel AM6. It's only 6 strings, multi-scale. It's got the fanned frets and everything like that. It's got Kiesel lithium humbucker pickups. Yeah, it's a really nice guitar, and it's what I'm using. It's tuned to drop D. I'm also using this guitar pick. It's a Stone Age guitar pick made of stone.